Hello, my name is Lynn Gillespie, and this week on the High Performance Garden Show Nuggets, we share with you how to lean and lower your tomatoes in a professional trellising system. Here's a clip from the show. We're going to start with this batch of tomatoes. I got some nice ones to harvest, and then we're going to work on leaning and lowering. As you can see, the tomatoes have now topped over the top of our trellis. So what we're going to do is bring them, lean them down, and start moving them just in a circle like a racetrack around the trellis, and that way we can have as much height as we want on the tomato plants but still fit within our garden section. So we're going to go ahead and grab some tomatoes. We got some really beautiful tomatoes here today, and then we will show you how to lean and lower. Okay, we're going to get started moving these tomato plants. The first thing I want to check is how long is my string tail. This one's not quite long enough, so we're going to add a little piece of string. Alright, so I have another bundle of string here. Sometimes if you start to move your tomato plant and you don't have enough string, you get into trouble really fast because you now have this tomato plant that's just hanging in your hands and you have no way of clipping it. So just grab a piece of string here, and we're just going to tie this on, and I just use just a regular old knot. Put the two strings together, wrap it around my fingers, tuck it in just like this, just a regular knot. It's very simple. Pull that tight, and that's all you need. Alright, now we're going to take this plant and we're going to move it to the next section. So we have 4 plants per side, so we're going to move this one over to here, and that gives us about a foot, which is about what we need here. And then if a plant is tall and needs to go a little further, we can actually pass another plant. So the plant that was here was taller than the next 3, so I went ahead and passed the next 3. So like I said, it's like a racetrack. You don't have to stay in order. You just do whatever the plants need, and it's okay to kind of move them around a little extra if needed. So different varieties have different height needs, so it's okay to pass. Alright, so I got the string loose, and then I'm going to take this plant very gently, and the cooler it is, the more chances you have of snapping the plant, so you might want to do this, especially if it's your first time to do this, when it's a little bit warmer. So I'm going to take this plant, I'll wrap it around the post here. Okay, and then I'm going to lower this down so that it's a little more towards the ground and the top is about even with the trellis. And in about 2 weeks or so, then we can move them all again because they'll outgrow the trellis again. But you can keep this going for as long as you want. Just keep them going in a circle around here. Okay, and then I want to put a clip on the top. I got a beautiful sucker here. I think we'll go ahead and take that one off. I like to keep one sucker towards the top in case I break the top out, but I have one sucker up here, so I'm going to go ahead and take this one out. Take that out there, take this one out here. And then I also like to remove a few leaves at the bottom now. At this point, I still have some tomatoes at the bottom, and my goal is to keep those up out of the dirt. But also you only need about 4 feet of leaves on your plant, so it's fine to take these lower ones off. That'll give the basil light anyways, because it's down here on top of the basil. Okay. Oops. That one. That's a sucker that had tomatoes on it. So it was good to cut the sucker off. And I think I'll keep those tomatoes. And I'm making a pickle jar. Now I'm just going to throw those in my pickle jar today. So I'll have some pickled tomatoes. Alright, so more light for the basil. And here's our next plant. I'm going to go ahead and take a couple of these suckers off. And I see that the string is a little short. So I'm going to add some string before I turn the plant loose. Okay, so just take the tail, tie a very simple knot. Okay, there's my knot. Now, this one can come to this position, so it's not going to go very far, but we're going to start getting rid of some of this height. Okay, so down it goes. Got control over the plant. There we go. We're going to swing that around and move it to here. Okay, clip that. There is a big sucker here. Take that one out. There's a little one here. And I'm going to leave this one because it's close to the top. I can take it out next week when we get another one at the top. Okay, I want to go ahead and put a clip on the plant between the leaf like that. And we'll take some leaves off the bottom. There's another big sucker down here. Missing my big suckers, but we'll get them today. Okay, any more leaves? Okay, that opens that up for the basil a little bit. All right, let's do it one more time. First I want to check my string. String is a little bit short. And go get some more string. Okay, got another piece of string here. Tie this on here. This plant needs some work. I see lots of big suckers up there. Okay, this one's going to come over to this position. And we'll lower it down a little bit. Got a cluster of tomatoes right here. Gotta sometimes watch the string. I've seen the string pop the tomatoes completely off. So you gotta pay attention to what you're doing. Okay, here we go. Interesting. We got the next plant over is wrapped around this one. Okay, there we go. And it's going to sit right there. Okay, pull this back up to here. And we'll trim some suckers. Hey, wait a minute. That's a sucker. So what I did is I clipped the sucker to the main stalk instead of the top. So the way you can tell the difference between a big sucker and the top is where's the fruit. So if you take a look at these two, this is the sucker clipped, but here's the fruit. Yeah, there is some fruit here, but this fruit's bigger, so this is my main. So I just want to switch over to my main top instead of a sucker. That's one reason to get the suckers off. Okay, there we go. This one's still a little bit tall, but we can adjust that next week. Take some leaves off the bottom, open that up, get some air down into that stem. Also, you can see the fruit better if it's not all covered in leaves. All right, we're gonna do one more. And that's this one. And need string. Boy, we're short on string, aren't we? We're gonna take a piece off of this one because it's really long. tie this up. This one's really tall, so we're gonna lower it down. Okay, get the clips off. Whoa, there she goes. All right, come on, tomato. Okay, I'm gonna put it right there. These are kind of fun. Once you get used to this, it's actually pretty fun. We have rows of 45 tomato plants in our production house, and you just go right down the row and just keep moving them, moving them, moving them. I really like this method. It works really good. It helps me to control the tomato plants and their growth, and I think it's a better method than just letting them go all hog wild. Okay. Get this clip on there. I'll take this big sucker off before it fruits. Okay, and I'll take some leaves off the bottom. All right, that's pretty good for today. The other ones are not quite tall enough yet, so we don't have to worry about those. We'll just keep moving these, and then as we get more height on the other ones, we'll just keep running them around. But if these guys are going to be extra tall, we can go ahead and pass the short ones and have them pretty much anywhere on our trellis, so we can control them that way. So check in every week with us, and you can follow along with these tomatoes, because we're gonna keep moving them and working with them throughout the rest of the garden season. This clip is from the High Performance Garden Show Year 9 Week 21. And if you want to watch the whole show and follow these tomatoes, the show, it's free, it's online, and you can enroll on our website at thelivingfarm.org/high-performance-garden-show.